free say covid sha asie ya boye ho modern asa se de be ya yebetimi akire mu ticho e wo Ghana kan kasa mu wo mo e kan kran so eye bi wo ye nuanom eye enkran media houses ni ade ever media houses because ye nyina kan bomu a ene yebetimi akire ne nya aboye ho ban se de make free nura e be si ne new cases aba e 1992 ehu na nado o meje wo covid mu mahama o meje wo covid mu wo mienu akase ne mpanifo akase nyanya covid ya nyamienim ne doctor fo kukudam ene behwe wo mu na mene we enuti na wo sa kwanche ne yesi emfan enya adwuma se de ba ebetimi abo ho ba ne esese ye diso ansa na wahwe ya ba bi a wote ambulance nuru ho kra na bi a wadai saa wo we de enya wo portion afie 2020 ye de ahobambo ebekọ ne yetwa na ye de abahanum se but ye ansa na ebeso yemfa eye Africa pansem ni chinkwansem me nuaba Abigail Ashley Onyankopon hwe oso as a sister Abigail we are living a testimony of Onyankopon miracle adom ne chese chese ne ma Onyankopon ye onipa brabo mu no sister nti Abigail Onyankopon nkoso no hwe oso na wo ma wo enkwatenten na tena wiase che na di ade bia wo de so wani so a Onyankopon de ato koma so no nya na dani nyina edi ewo abrabo nsanso na nana mensa we chief protocol officer ewo vice president office yenu aba mouse ese ochia mo chinkwa ebebri happy birthday so enko emma wa ene bia wo di birthday ntisho ene yenu aba Abigail Ashley despa media nyina emma no echinkwa ene Africa pasem so enkoso na onye adwuma no na unim se na anu ya na excellence na adu dan kokufu ado ni Jubilee House ono mo de krat FB free wo ba ye say o man pani ahyase ye de friend no self isolation na o man kirem de self isolation nti kofo bebe si no man pani wa test positive no say dey bi won test positive na momo bi a wo ye ne ye adwuma o ben pa aye expose nti na che so man pani ben de o so no so kan ho hye dem na o twemienu na afọ o mo ye test nti e be say ti ase say isolation na doctor for ka say unya bia isolate ho e kire sen quarantine no emre bi Ghana fo efi abroche ba ye ma omo ko quarantine be kai a ye nua be ma sa akode na say one ne yire ne makro efi abroche ba ye ma omo ko na wotwemienu quarantine e kire sen quarantine any isolation so na ebe na wom na yetumi edi akwanche na ede bebo ye ho eban ne so ye nua ba ha na eje mensa eye public health practitioner na say covid fo mpanifo no awom ne di apomodin adwuma no emu enti ye nua ba ha na wo studio hanum say obe cheche nsem na mo ba pa no peye mo achen
me da say
so won ye de
nyame adom poko
unu nua no ma mo ye covid no adwuma mo ye all right de
nyame adom ye ho ye because ye wo psychologists and so I mean say stressing you too much you can talk to them enti yeah and people are recovering enti so who say microphone so ho eto mo sa na won so e ma won kranche bi enti
yeah na ye tinche no ye ti ana no say kolebun so mo say non emergency cases come suspended yeah na ye ma hie nti mo ye cry ti abonte enye adwuma day to day no ye yam hihie nti mo no mo ye den na mo manage say de mo nua no mo nya bi ni ade
okay so as I said I mean yeah we are healthcare professionals and we have taken the job ya je adwuma ne say ye pese ye adwuma na ye boa enkrofo mo yare no nti it is our calling
okay
nti and COVID started so the whole nation is saying health workers now you are in the front line nti if we are in the front line then yaba be soldiers in this fight nti na say we have to fight nti yes we dey ni mo nyame adom in fact many health workers are infected there because we have over 70 people in our, who have been infected but near ye ni je wo mo so ne say health workers ha many omo ye adwuma omo nya bi ni nyina no kakra no omo femu a omo hoto omo babak but elsewhere people have even died doctors bi mo kra because of the infection but we cannot run away nti yeguso aye mo bompa ya na mo so mo bia
ye bompa ya mamo pa na do ko be kan na make us o mampani na omo de krate bia ba say o ye self isolation nti e pese ya tia senso so ye ben na da isolation no na quarantine no wanya bi unya bi na we self isolation said the president here no ana unya ya na we self isolation no
okay all right thank you very much and I think it's a question we answer on social media I see that people are discussing is it quarantine is it isolation and our president we nya bi na it as information about it as the president who nya bi but in his group some people in there have tested positive and decides to quarantine okay. I think it is the wedding nti say eno ne de kwa kwachechi mo quarantine chere say you have been exposed.
Okay.
It's ABI, I want to say ABI, but you have been in close contact with me. It's a close contact, and then they say you're being within 2 meters.
Oh, okay.
So not more than 2 meters, but within. Now ABI, may own share face mask for more than 15 minutes.
Okay.
That is a close contact, no. Because he's working with them,
your close contact,
in your close contact. And I mean, so I share face mask. I'm protecting you, even if I have it. That is it. When say me be na wo ni bia, that's ye ben sa na beka say okay, because hana enya bi na me ne hana ye that close ye bia ye ni na ye tifie ye betena ho di nkomo ye ko kitchen wa kwoti na aduane me so akwoti na aduane spoon na me use ye wo use bi plate a me dey me wie ye me hokro so no so akofa de adidi. Until you have been exposed, because me will be and I want so name net say I will share so normal way nyina. Until say yes me nya bi dia say won so even though you are not even showing symptoms, and I am testing on my own who will be, but as someone so chon kakra, that is quarantine.
Okay, I know you're quarantine.
Yes.
Until Nanka president, and also come use bro for quarantine.
So that is the discussion that has yes. Until so ni bidia you are quarantine.
Okay.
Until what chon ho everything merge ma. Not that you have it, but who name said days now away and no best start show symptoms because of a contact now ni menya no.
Okay.
But me na menya bi no. We say that you are isolating.
When you be no isolation.
Hey. Send your bear men spread the infection to others.
Hey, mommy, Mpacho, President, no one call you so sabrofuno. Na doctor for a for use isolation.
Well, so quarantine anyway, I mean, say a fat word in the general English media. Once you are not coming close, what is everyone here? So what isolate? I mean, I can't say this person is isolated. Pen on can home the general meaning, but in this sense, no, say so be a quarantine, and if yes, a quarantine or one, that is a wound, but we think that you are exposed. Say be a mere health worker on the ward, be a patient be suspected. By a year test, no patients confirmed. Or ye positive. Men and I'm a mention, a nurse, and a man a draw, maybe I could jarre and all that. But man protects me. Now, be semi dry patients are 2 meters and it's our rune. I breaking it. So will be now. I have been exposed, so I need to quarantine for 14 days. So from the first day that I was exposed to the patient, into quarantine, so cry different types. Say be a name na mene nipa no enya contact. Na nipa ne positive. From a next, I mean, as regards to the number of days, into a nay from a now to 14 days, no, I have to isolate or quarantine until I show symptoms.
What if one shows symptoms?
One shows symptoms after 14 days. No, now with the studies coming up and all that, after 14 days, then even if you had it and you didn't show symptoms, because a bit more I have also come into contact with people. Our matter tested positive, but they are not sneezing. But they have tested positive. But yes, within that time, and then so now, so between 2 to 14 days, now you're infectious. It's infectious. Just say, I will say, why are you really
after 14 days,
yes, we want to be mobile. That is why we give that period also to monitor. But as I was explaining, I come back to it. And he say bia a name now only me buy into contact, so you quarantine. But if you know, maybe I know we Mr. Stop. Me mama so.
I remember about chance and say 14 days calculation. Say me know buy into contact. Maybe what is positive. But we test na bantem. E di baby 4 days. Asa na we test na results na ba che say you positive. Nti me na me ya obi a ukunu oba me no didi bom me bi kra ye dwa bom ne ade no. Free that bang any accounting 14 days now the isolation.
So you will not, because when the person was infected from the day results number or say or you're positive, no, start from there and then isolate for 14 days. In 14 days and also by force so call test and now start and by force also. Even for health workers now in your more hospital, well, we have confirmed that the patient has tested positive, but no, isolate. I mean, you quarantine when it's important. But most of the time, health workers, we still advise them use the precautions and still work. But we monitor your symptoms into your symptoms check into a daily. Into every day, also a report to and then me and then me call me and then me bow and then be anyhow, so that we can also monitor it. Into even you say, oh yeah, worker, and they can say patients way why positive yes go and quarantine. We'll still monitor your daily symptoms. So we have 14 days BBNC.
Okay.
That way you don't need to test.
Okay.
Unless what started developing symptoms, then we'll say that call because we always give you a contact. Okay. There's always will be a one no edin kita who beats me a friend and say maybe I mean day 3 and now day 4 and now the second week they say me say okay then we'll call you and then we'll do the test. And you always
okay.
Test.
And then patcho yen call isolation as a quarantine. Uti fie na be say o de no enye bi ehun bia nto de kan ho hye dem. One nkrofo na ti. Because a compound house. And I will buy into contact with Obia or Nibi. Isolation, obey any sign, quarantine, obey anything.
Okay. So you can say quarantine yourself and as isolating is like entering a room and closing the door to yourself.
Oh, okay.
Let's just say. So unkwana utifie dia what will fear gates mu unkwana ushem. Obia mamu ma mechia. Onso unkwa bontin konkochi obi. Okay. Onko supermarket say mekwa koto sugar because mini sugar will fear. Sir. And as mekwa koto aduane wo ba. Na
meko near you unto
you cannot go. Untimi. Instead, we arrange say, "Be a sister, waiting be deliver." Now, said now, because of COVID-19, so there have been many innovations. I mean, people are even doing online services. It's a banchine body in our crowd. They deliver at home. It's also better. They say, "What they buy and you first see me and then you can pay with
ubi no
forward so that you don't also come into contact, exchanging and all that. Then you can also do the payment via money. But any part of cash there. Now, someone saw we say you make sure that you have sanitized properly.
Onipa no ma o ka se bia de wa isolate no o ma onsesan bi o de wa to ne ma bre no o de abesi abonten no wa bie ni gate wa yi o ma sika bi o mu a e wo so o de sanitizer first can
so sanitizer on before you take it. It's important. But most importantly we want that you do the payment maybe mobile money or something. Yes. And now be so bet me akwa akodi dwa na ma.
Ama sir. Me pese e ba because Ghana ye mu bebre ye te compound house. Oh, ebi kura mu ye mienu miensa na mu dadan ba akomo na wo ye den na ye isolation wa dan ba akom ye be kone akọ list na ma ye no so wo ye isolation of fear but ye say obi wo compound house wait to how wait ya mu ye mienu miensa na mu dadan ba ye dan isolate and our quarantine
enti say mu ye mienu ana miensa na mo dem na just say eni kwan say wo share bibia with obi say bia first na mo share towels. I mean in the villages they do towel nipa be 2 or 3 na share untimi ni obi en share or plates, or spoon, or cups, you cannot share it with anyone. Now, we might still making sure say all the time social distance is important.
Now, more than about better social, and I'm wait that maybe I will bet you one quite.
Yes, but in fact, the best way is that when the environment is not conducive, we don't even have to allow you to be there, and that is why I work isolation centers.
Okay, okay.
And see, also for the people that come to me, you do assessment. What is your home condition?
The be out here, what to
say? Yes. And I know you be there share. Is it 1 bedroom? Is it a single room, self-contained? Do you share bathroom? It's so only be to compound house. Yes. So share bathroom. Then you have to make sure that you are the last person who will go there and bath. Now you have to make sure that where you use paraffin and any disinfectant to disinfect the place.
Hey, who?
And see,
compound house is baby. You should bathroom back. Toilet back. Baby, hang a towel. Obi hange ne sapo ha we are wabie wafa we inti no can
ideally no we compound house we don't have to allow you in this coronavirus to stay there. We have to move you and it's I think it started first that they were even moving people by force and the ambulance will come and take you because obi ho nim so tested positive but uncle okay but the issue that also came with that was the stigma. Yeah. Because then where you are now obi ehun so nya COVID-19 obi fi kro obi ampese obi ampompe no oba be kasa. I mean all those issues also came up. It's ideally moms or compound house and an microphone share there. See that you be the first you be the last person to use a bathroom or toilet there. In fact, maybe you should be because you don't know when nature will call. But you make sure that always disinfect and keep your things into a cup or place where you know keep you one chain and all that. But you shouldn't also be the one going to the kitchen to cook and all that.
Oh, isolation.
Yes.
There was a no
yes. It won't see me inside near Metna living room. But you can still make isolation interest. I don't know if it comes with lots of stress.
Yeah, exactly. Because now we are lockdown cry by my money baby cry the omuti bom. Oso mom pe fa akotena mom pe fie. The fact that Friday night won to be nko bia ba nko twitwa bi no. Eno kra na ma baby BP cry akosoro. Nti be den why isolation na why ye ni.
See, as isolation I can say easy. It comes with a lot of stress, as I said. because you baby no pe bia sorry but na no your program will enjoy
na ukasa
Gana nyina so ne na be 2 weeks e will be an so ne enti and so cry also psychological people are wondering what is wrong with her then na no and then your society will be the stigma around it so when you COVID-19 no kwa so cry issue so here in Kolebuni we have a psychosocial support team that will follow up with you into your local treatment center and now we will fear almost every day we'll call you to check on you how you are doing. But I also tell them all the time, so this is the time that you can, because they be feeling in a person can call holiday be when ya and yes call UGMC, call Pentecost Convention Center, call
fun is a holiday.
It's fun is a holiday be now because pieces them to say why the pan up almost start here jogging
it's what the University of Ghana Medical Center more am from almost say call walk.
And see that time no I always say yes that time now babe drink na yare na ebe san especially also even so we are if quarantine unya yare ni yankai
okay
see we are in quarantine we are waiting results
and why you show
serious
because results are bad there unim now results in my unim so obenyew se wunyew
a lot of people obi crash see me babe wu na results ne be san na me may obi crowd or start training will me may but during that time you have to be positive because your drain it has a lot of effect on the whole body into the whole drain no so na also air baby see amawo into drain positive then you have that positive energy to decide take decisions because if you are down unti me drain say me di aduane we say me vegetables kakra we but once you are thinking positive, I am eating well also. It's what drain it's working for you. And say, okay, I'm not power my planning medicine if I'm self-isolating. My planning, okay, I'm not power be a menu milo, may egg, kakram the salad, kakrabe kaho, na medi for me, no plan or snack.
And I'll pay be me say be unkwana wolf as me put up pay see
control maybe show me super be at so.
And what was the
we have a fruit kakraka one moon so fine. You can still exercise even if it's in the room. You can do some sit-ups, you can do some squats and all that.
Sorry.
Okay, that time maybe I won't name sir. It's that 2 weeks now if you say me person.
Ampo, when you say ko dey bi pa. Ana shatter dey freedom. Shatter.
Yes, shatter. There be a storybook, be a movie, be a person be sure, but we not time on.
Netflix aba.
Now this is the time. See, it is really can be interesting. It depends on you. When your infection is doctors will why it is serious and I say we nyai, but say we nyampa. There be a because there is hope. What gives us hope is that there are studies every day, vaccines there, or more try. And see, there is hope. I mean, so unfortunately. But it doesn't mean that you also have the same. You might even power underlying condition, maybe our hypertension or diabetes, we are asthmatic. But as a kind, while adrenaline has a lot of effect on your whole body, so stay positive and do the right thing. So you can still make the period of quarantine, very interesting.
Okay, Doc, Istana, for me, some for list from number 1, oh yeah, isolation and quarantine. Then I was from you.
Okay,
number 1.
Into the first one, that you have to make sure that don't get into contact with any person. Okay. Into ura o dem no watum. Into I say ye kwa in prison your home for 2 weeks no. And as I been kwa na meet me fear, me ma to me fear gate no. Into me no be I ma into contact beam. Not me monitor me daily symptoms no. Into every day. Yes.
Oh yeah, na na asa dia to TV no so no. Stay home. And limit the number of visitors in your home.
And I use also want to me enko obi ho.
Okay.
And I send your kind so when obi and a share a dining one I feel now then social distancing and physical distancing is very important. Okay. Say be there be out the okunechi but then my test positive me couldn't test positive. It means me san ko den echi say be because me don me person me dey are ne be ma no. And she said what
eno dey tia na be dey pa. Uni say doc ba ko ba ha no che one example doc in siasa say enkran ha ba bi openi kese bi nya bi no mo say okay na omo fie no de omu tia ye ya bro sign omo bedroom ba ko from bedroom ba ko so no mo say oba ne na so na be ma ne na fom oda ho be 1 week o na be ma na fo so na wotu mi enu so yo mo tese no ire na ire nya mo say no be da so na wo so da fom nti e den na oba ne nya bi na say
wa breaking rule
the whole capacity onu ukru na da mpa so.
But we should know that it is for the good of it. I say who say it is for the good of it.
Na man betumi na wotu mi enu de
And
I'm man to bet to me.
Enti na maka say pe bibi
because unye hwe no kra na ma libido no sorry no. We take your rising.
That time no watch a movie.
Okay.
And now Chris maybe at that time use it to pray, read your Bible, read a storybook, and I make a plan. No fear after quarantine, he say, "Man, you're not going forward." Then SME, you see, it is really a time that you can but we can still go to because people have successfully quarantined. But to be a while, anything, 1 week because I mean, I have told them to go and self quarantine, and then I'll meet them and say, "Oh, may go supermarket, some few things." But you cannot do that.
Inti but emra hye nipa na or you suspected and why exposed in such chinchini or isolate ana.
So per the protocol, yes.
There was so
you have to isolate.
Into be I exposed na so onam kromo je fancy a. Let's just say we break it
rules no.
Okay,
yes.
Okay.
So it is what you have to know is that it is for your good and for the good of others. Because say be I'm young. And see, me any underlying condition. But say be a me mama na because I have had people also say that, me yet test ni na me see me nse me ko chia me mama o. Enti
ko chia na mama ablewa.
It's no problem na or dey to wa ka chia na test results na by positive ni nyina na say me mama. Enti no kwa man so much stress.
Na wo ko akoye den.
You don't have to. But people do it.
Okay.
Enti yes so this is the time why you test na why you supposed quarantine na. Lock yourself. Sani e pache no.
And kochia
them. Next time now where else when you leave and have free time be. Or they call holidays.
No ko ni since so ko parliamentary akese. Se quarantine ni twemu abehye. No they am
stress. Stress nya wonko na wo ko ne ho. The other people so say and that's
what tape ba ko na odi susu no.
And
tape na odi be susu nipa be 100 on ba be susu atade.
And also so look at the distance.
Yeah, same. But doc, to say example here asha say odi man say o ba say wash a mask. Nti wa bo me ho ban. Nti ever say umpo na wo bi kra we protect me the kwan so da yentem. But o chine bi na bia ate say bia what test here. And why expose I was by force me so make quarantine me one.
So it depend na make the kind. It should be close contact.
Okay.
But in distance it is not close.
Okay.
Unless of course bia wa now was starting symptoms be some. But with this distance it doesn't qualify.
Okay.
So it should be somebody who has been in close contact. And close contact here defined is within 2 meters.
Okay.
And then staying there for more than 15 minutes.
Okay.
See, that is also close.
Doc, ne kra ye kono DNA afutu ade be man crofo ne ya covid aba make say free no abesi ne nko ya about 1,000 cases. DNA be ne ama and amati say that's the single highest number aga de nye free say ya we ne ba DNA be na aba from kakrampo.
And see, I'm always worried. Because the last time I drove through some communities and when I came back, I was saying it looks like everything is getting back to normal so quickly. As a Ghana for the COVID na eko asa.
Hey.
Enti ne me kan say COVID-19 na wo pa na omo aye ka so manya bi omo ni nyina no so eye no kre. Enye say stories bi na e make. Obi wo ha so me nhye mask me pese me hu obi a wanya bi ansa ma hye mask. Na mo se numbers bi no manya bi san for no mo wen. Nti mo se 20,000 people omo wen. Aye oyun ti me fa obi mechire nkotwa video say nkrofo we mu nyina no manya bi. But yare na wo ho a Encrofonia, Ediomunia, people have even died, even apomodin phone penny phone poor. You because someone come say how to care for themselves. But Ghana for say taking it serious. It is not over. And so no kind, the number is the highest so far. It means that we are not doing much. We are not doing much as a people. Because President and all the directives about wear your mask, even he has made it a law. Show mask, observe social distance, use your hand sanitizer, wash your hands and all that. But people are not doing it. That is my worry. And I will kind of say, so when you be say, I could afford you know, but oh, my say, oh, I'm and I'll kind of so I'm penny for Munya beer. Doctors, a cuckoo dam. Some now can a cuckoo dam, the bishop, now a beer now umpono. Ye nyaka mpa for one free baby at the work. Doc,
be a wood tear, Kurabia say, and now think I area cry quine and Google map or cray whom baby cry
before the work with a quine and so one home may won't me home in a Look, into Miss Ramu, I ran a day and a dim crofoonia. Even though people are recovering, about over 20,000 people are discharged. But I mean, no, not 20,000, but the number that has been discharged is quite huge, over 16,000 or so.
Yes,
but people are also really suffering. Now, who name the ebeye? And see, yes, Ramos, a mumbo mohobine, because they be a minya, and show you me home. But they be a now kunya. Now, the way I manifest now is different. And it's saying,
in fact, and running the new cases nearby, and almost about could be there. And no crime, or virus on say, only underlining condition be as well. Or come on, we know.
So that's because virus now so it attaches your lungs. You see, it's a yes, or be a underlying condition, quite be. Also, wouldn't be, but you're already manifesting differently in other people. Even Ghana, I already started near. We didn't even have the loss of sense of smell. Say, on take. But I say diarrhea and you not crab at home.
I am too.
Yes. And see, virus no or manifesting in different ways. I mean, scientists are looking through all that. But I say, about home buying, yet the precautions not to say, we say, yeah, you will limit your risk of getting it. So why don't we do it?
Okay. Now, doc, obi nye be no isolating on 14 days, maybe a test and now one test. Obeti me asan ko edwuma.
Yes.
After 14 days.
After 14 days, no, because we say that after that day, no. So when you have been put on one show here, you are no more infectious. So in fact, you are any more. But and also there are controversies. And I make us a virus nankasa or manifest. I mean, scientists are still looking through. Because the new WHO protocol say after 14 days, no, show symptoms that we can discharge them home. There has been some discussions, controversies around it. It's in here, it's about home. But so we are exposed there, then quarantine yourself. And the people who have tested positive should be in isolation. Okay. Because sometimes it should be isolation centers in a condition. Okay, you can isolate at home. So what agree, no sign is say, I will isolate at home there. And yeah, please comply. Okay, now so they say what tested positive, but on your baby that baby and now will spread it, and that is why they say the virus does not move. It is us that move it. It's all Nancy now what to check up, now what to check up, now what to check up. Internet say isolate. Doc,
yeah, that's a part because Kumasi say part there. The president can greater Kumasi. By I shall say no, I'm saying for baby and funny serious. Or more move and say a fine for Kumasi. I serious. I was seeing your boy.
That's the problem.
It's an that's a papa. Yeah, my man Hannah, a J Mensa, a public health practitioner. Woman, a COVID no way Jumano. Tina no one in Max go o slow. One in slow Ghana. Pacho you slow whooper. We na mekano. New Kufado no better. Wash a mask in mouth. And then your Mahama and a better or better mask a mouth. Yet here you a year ha. Machines yanum tina yem a host no. Ya ni enche max ye point ya no obi ade max me na me sifri me ka max kakra wo manim kra me che yi ache say me fi Jupiter kra nkanya asem keto a obi esu me to me dey sanitizer fa me sa ho nyina owo ya pa daka mu ohye ti mo hwese ye bebo e ho ba wo nkran a nkran ni epicenter no cases no draws wa ya so ye mo menye on so order bi da na something must kill your mind, something must kill your mind. It shouldn't be COVID. What I say? The ebekun no try na wa wu mra nkofo depending on you oyire wo mma wa busuafo udibia na omo kra SSS ka wo kwan so se wunya kakra na omo obi 1 cedi ti ze wo out na wu a hwan na waye ne papa so ho nti ehwe wo kumase so a wo kumase krom bo ase ne ade eno so ye epicenter wa Asantemantem yehwe hu ye takra de MC kra afrim nti ho so yehwe hu ye menye guy sem COVID ni de onimo bia o nti hwe hu ye na ye ma me ana ka che no doctor fo akasie mpo akasie mienu doctor kise oye surgeon na Professor Ru opani kasie o wo kire doctor fo ade omo nyina akọ udi agra COVID obeko Adekye Nsroma dwumedie ni ye da na ye ho aba na ye se futuo sakra nipa Jesus so hwense ye de afutuo no na ye befa ebe sakra ye pa afie ye ba sisi a